Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Blue Kaloo Minecraft Survival, and we are right here in front of our base that we did some progress on in the last episode. Now, sadly, we will not be touching this base very much today. Instead, we are going to do a ton of farms, and so we're going to do a couple time lapses, which will be really fun. And I really just want to play with the replay mod. It's so fun. So that's kind of what I'm doing this episode. Now, this isn't just an episode for my gratification. We actually really need to get on these farms, and they're actually going to help me so much. So one of the farms that we're going to be doing is the slime farm. Oh, and there's slime down there. So we will be completing this slime farm today, as well as making an XP farm. And this is something that we've needed for a while. And I'm actually really excited because we are going to be making an Enderman XP farm. Now, this slime farm is not going to double as an XP farm. I think that they're just more efficient if you can make it a complete AFK farm. So that's what we're going to be doing with this guy. So first off, we'll be doing our Enderman farm, and then we'll be doing the slime farm, and then we are actually going to make some adjustments to this farm right here. As you can see, it's really strange, and it always breaks. It always just turns, I just feel like it always turns off. But I realized that there was a glitch, and I tested this in my other world, that when you have minecarts running underneath this, and I thought it was very brilliant, it will actually cause a lot of problems to this guy right here. So I have an adjustment that we're going to make, and I forgot that was a honey block, not a slime block. So I have some adjustments that we're going to make to this guy, which will make this area a lot prettier and much more efficient as well. And it is nighttime. ASDF. So adjustments will be made to this farm, and we will also be making an automated melon and pumpkin farm. And that is for villager trades, and also just so that this stuff is easier, because these blocks, as you can see, do not stick to pumpkins or melons, and that's why I have been using them. I just finished gathering up all of the resources for the Enderman farm, and you know what? It is actually not that resource intensive. I mean, it uses a lot of cobblestone slabs, and I don't even think I'll need this much, but I always just pack one full. And I would say the hardest thing to get at first might be these ender pearls, but once you make it to the end, they're pretty easy to get. And the reason you need these is to get an endermite, because endermen hate endermites, and that's why I have this rail, and this minecart, and this name tag. And we will name him Larry. Now, before I jump into the rest of this, the time lapse and all that good stuff, I just wanted to show you real quick what I'm doing here. And so I always like to build off of the platform that you spawn from, because then you have a really good sense of direction of where the Enderman farm actually is. And it's really easy because you just turn around from where you spawn. Something else I did here was I put this a half slab high. And the reason I did that is because Enderman cannot spawn on this half slab. Now they can teleport to it, but for the sake of this build, I really don't care too much if they teleport onto this platform. In the end, we won't have too many that will spawn or that will teleport too far away from where I have the farm. And another thing is, we need to make sure that we are 128 blocks away from the closest part of this landmass area. So from right here, really from this block right here, we need to make sure that we go 128 blocks in this direction. So 129 plus 128 will bring us to 257. Yes, 257. So I did go a little bit overboard by only by like 200 blocks, okay? We're definitely out of range. I mean, you can technically see it if you put your chunks all the way up to 32 chunks. Yeah, it'll start to load that terrain, but you can just see how far we are away from that area. Oh my goodness. I came so far that I can already see the island out that way. Maybe I'm just gonna go back a little bit. I'm just gonna go back just a little bit here. Anyway, enough has been said. Cue the time lapse. Oh my gosh. I just barely put the rockets in my other hand, and I choked up. I really choked. Always do this with Elytra, guys. Just don't risk it. Don't risk it if you don't have Elytra. Well, I got an endermite. Blue clue suffocated in the wall whilst fighting Larry. Oh, that was a series of unfortunate events for sure. There we go, Larry. Okay, so Larry is inside this finally. All right, I am finished. And as you can see, it's not really that difficult of a build. I mean, it just kind of takes a little bit of time, but it doesn't take a lot of resources. I mean, the hardest part really is getting this endermite, I feel like. As soon as we go down, there will be a lot more guys spawning up here, and we'll get a flow of stuff. But anyway, some things I did forget. You do need trapdoors so that the enderman will walk out. And yeah, you gotta just make sure that this little guy is protected right here. And this really should do enough. As you can see, the enderman is right there. And we've still, yep, we've still got that guy, the little endermite. No wonder why these guys hate them. The endermites are so rude. But yeah, you need these trapdoors. Just need a whole lot of slabs. And I actually forgot, I didn't realize that I needed more slabs. I had to go back and fill almost another half of a shulker box with slabs so that I could finish this project. So anyway, let's check out what we can get down here. As you can see, they're dropping down a lot more. But yeah, we're getting lots of drops here, so that's looking good. Also, I forgot to do this. This is an important piece so that you don't aggro them so much. And you can also build out a little bit of a ledge here. You just have to remember to make it so that they cannot spawn on any ledge that you bring out. So if you bring out a ledge that's like this right here, that is technically half a block, so they cannot spawn to that. They can technically teleport to it, but they at least will not be spawning right out here. As you can already see, we are getting lots of endermen here, and that is going to really help us out with this. And look, we finally have an efficient way to heal our mending tools. All we have to do is just kind of like AFK here for a couple of minutes, and these guys will just continue to drop kind of at this pace. So I'm pretty sure that there's other ways that you can make this, you know, more efficient and stuff. But for what I need, this is really all I need at the moment, is just to come and heal up my supplies slowly. I mean, look at this right here. There's so many of these guys. As you can see, and this is what I'm saying, is I don't think it's necessarily important. I see a lot of people who make these bridges that have water covering them and all that. But just doing this half slab thing actually works really well. As you can see, I mean, I only just killed one guy out here. But we don't get a lot of people who are moving to this outside area. So, yep. There's the sound. It's so very loud. Right now I'm just healing my shovel, which was almost at 0 before. Yeah, I love this. I love this this little sound of, yeah, and it's almost healed up all the way. I only had to do that twice. 2 times. So this is a very effective farm. Now that all my gear is healed up, I would like to get started on some more farms. Now, I want to save the slime farm for the end of the video because, quite frankly, it'll be easier for me to start some other farms before my day is over, and I think that's a project, a full day project for me. So I am going to get started on those other farms. Now, I thought it would be a good idea to do a little bit of planning. And I am kind of kicking myself because I didn't do as much planning as I should have before. As you can see, the sugarcane farm is just outside of the area of that I want to be planning in mostly, but that's all right. I don't think that'll cause us many problems. But I do want to get some good plans going. Now, in this area, I definitely want to expand the villager mall over here, make that a little bit bigger, probably quadruple the size of that. And that is going to be a big project for one day. But I'm trying to figure out what would be best. Maybe if I just put a lot of my farms over here where I've got my like slime farm and stuff, and just so I can have like an AFK spot over here. I would love to put a central storage system. I always thought those were cool when people did those online. So I might attempt that. I might attempt to do a giant auto sorting system over here at some point. So let me know what you guys think about that. If I should just do it in the middle of the map here. But yeah, I think if I do the pumpkin farm and melon farm, which I really want to get done over here today, and make this, at least for the moment, a very good AFK-able spot, while making this area a lot prettier, because this is going to be kind of the base area. Maybe that's the best idea. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now, luckily, pumpkin farms and melon farms are actually super simple to make. So it only requires a ton of pistons, a ton of note blocks, and a ton of observers. But yeah, so it's really quite simple. Oh, you also do need a whole bunch of dirt as well, which I should probably collect some of this extra dirt. Lots of dirt, of course, to plant the pumpkins in, and melons. Oh, and I almost forgot. We need rails of. Oh, are we running out of rails? Maybe I left some rails over at the other place. But yeah, we need some rails, some powered rails as well. Of course, some blocks of redstone. And we are actually going to need hoppers as well. It's kind of a, I mean, you just need a pickup system, basically. And I mean, I don't even know why I'm going into full explanation mode on this one. It's not like this isn't another tutorial, okay? I'm sorry, I just keep talking. Just enjoy the time lapse. Check it out, guys. The pumpkin and melon farm is complete. And look at this monstrosity. This has actually been taking me, well, this actually took me a lot more time than I thought it was, but I'm really happy with the results. I mean, for one, it just kind of looks cool, and I wasn't expecting that. I just kind of was making this ugly thing over here. And then after tidying it up, it actually looks really kind of awesome in here. It makes this area look very industrial, which I like. And I also made the storage system here, and we are already getting a good amount of resources. We made the pumpkin farm first, so that one's getting a lot more resources. This is actually really functional and really good, so I'm glad. The only thing was that I didn't really know was going to happen was this takes a lot of observers and a lot of pistons and a lot of note blocks, and so it was very expensive. But I think in the end, I'm glad that I went ahead and made this. I mean, just look at that again from the top view. It just looks cool. It's like the staggered patterns. I just like checkered patterns. So now it's time to fix up this little contraption right here. I have made some major modifications to the sugarcane farm, and I'm quite proud of myself actually. I figured out this issue that I was having where I would just have sugarcane flying out the back end of here, so I have some hoppers ready to catch whatever sugarcane is coming out the back end. I have also edited the hopper collection system on this side, so I've made it so that if there are any items within the mine carts running underneath, that this little system here is able to know if there's some stuff going into this hopper, and so it will actually power off this system right here, stopping the hopper minecart so that it can get rid of all of its supplies and then go back out into the rest of the system. And that has greatly improved the system. As you can see, I have neglected to fill this area with a chest. That's the one thing I need to do. I just realized. But I also want to say that I fixed this system right here. This which was giving us so much pain has been fixed. And the reason is, I think I explained it before, but having there be rails running along the bottom here totally destroyed this system. So that's why when I was in the middle of the system trying to fix it, I couldn't fix it either. But it is fixed. I hope. I actually haven't run it yet, but I'm pretty confident that it will work. Yep, and there it goes. Running away into the system. And it is working quite well. And let's see if this side of the system is going to work for us. Okay, yeah, that is actually causing a little bit of issue, but it is collecting most of it. So that's good. I think probably what I'll end up doing here is I'll just lower the chests just right beneath these hoppers, and then I'll put up a wall of melons up here. Yeah, I think that should work, and then they'll all drop in here. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, right there, that is already collecting so much sugarcane. More from this on this side. So yeah, we've got pretty much a full stack of sugarcane that we collected just off of that. Actually, I don't even know if I put the mine carts back in. Oh, that guy. Okay, that guy's going in there. That's good. I think I just missed these two right here. And I'm a little worried about how my storage system is going to hold up with this farm. It really is quite fast. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to expand this really soon. It's finally time to get started on this monstrosity. I've been putting this off. I know, till the end of this episode, and I was supposed to get it done in the last episode. But I'm gonna be honest, this has been kind of scary to me. This is a really scary project for me to get going on. I mean, for one, I've never built a slime farm, guys. I never have. I've only dug out the slime chunk. I've only gotten to this point. So here we go. Let's go into another time lapse for the slime farm. And for this time lapse, I thought it would be a good idea to talk a little bit about my life and what's going on. I know it's fun to listen to that music that was made for this channel by my cousin. You can look him up, Hazy Soda, or I guess he goes by Hazy Boy sometimes. You can find him on SoundCloud. He's got some awesome music there. But yeah, I have had a pretty awesome time here in California. Sadly, I've had some job opportunities fall through. But that has given me a lot of time to work on this channel, to do and learn things like what you are seeing right now, the replay mod, and stuff like that. So it's actually been a really good time for me. It's also been a little bit of a trying time. I just found out recently that I have scoliosis, and you know, that's a little bit of hard news. However, it's actually encouraged me and help me to see how I can actually improve my back because it's been in pain for a while. So I'm excited about that. I'm a little worried though about my backpacking trip that is coming up very soon. So I'm preparing for that, doing a lot of yoga and stretching and all of that good stuff. But you know, I mean, here's the main thing is I'm not completely discouraged by finding stuff out like this. I mean, obviously things could be a lot worse in my life, and I'm just grateful for all of the things that are going well in my life. I mean, I'm doing some amazing fun stuff, and I'm living some of my dreams right now, especially with this channel, and I just think that's a really cool thing. And so I'm not discouraged, but I'm really having a great time in my life. All right, guys, we have finally done it. We have made a functional slime farm, and here it is. That was probably a very long time lapse, but yeah, this is technically functioning. Now there's a couple things we still need to finish. We still need to fill this whole area up with iron golems all the way up on that side, and then we need to repeat the same thing over on this side. As you can see, I haven't even dug it out yet except for this portion for the pickup system, but this is functional for the purposes of what we need right now. So what will end up happening is these slime will bounce their way over off of these platforms. I wonder if I could even get up there. Oh, let me eat some food first. Oh, yeah, so what they'll end up doing is they will fall off this area. I'll just push this guy off and then fall down to their death. And if they do not die by fall damage, they'll die by the magma blocks. And then there's a cart that is going underneath the magma blocks to pick up whatever slime is left on top. And this system has already been pretty successful for us. Now, we're not getting a lot of the drops quite yet in here. Uh-oh. I think I made a mistake. There's still a couple things that need to be tweaked. But, yeah, right here. We've already collected a ton of slime. So, I've just got to tweak a couple things. And that's just about it. I want to just take a look and see how this little farm here has been doing. Yeah, okay, that's completely full. That's getting full. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have got to expand the storage, especially for our watermelon. That will be the conclusion of this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. I've seen a couple of you who've been watching the videos and have not subscribed yet. So you need to get on that because you are hurting me. You are hurting me. Physically hurting me. I'm ill. I'm ill because of you. But yes, have a wonderful day and goodbye.